Hello there. So I had a few things I want to talk about. We have some new Godzilla releases with Criterion's Heisei era Godzilla stuff, and also Monsterverse releases. So we're gonna get into all of that. I probably just ranting about it just because. But first off, we have some of the Criterion stuff. So a while back, Criterion announced they're gonna have some of the Heisei era films, which is great. They had a pretty solid Showa era release with all of those films in one pack. I know some people complained about like the actual booklet came in being really big and like all the different discs and everything made it a little inconvenient, but it was still cool. You got all the films in one place, a bunch of artwork and everything. So it was a pretty good release, and it's been a general sentiment, at least from what I've seen around, that people want them to do the same thing for other eras, like being Heisei, Millennium. So a while back they announced they were going to be doing something for Heisei. I was like, okay, great, we'll have a physical release for all the Heisei films in one pack. That's great, we don't have to deal with these like Sony double pack Blu-rays that are mismatched. Like for some reason, Versus Destroya is paired up with like Versus Mechagearus, and I don't know why. I don't know why you would do that. It's so strange. And like 2000's on its own, and then like GMK ended up getting paired with against Mechagodzilla. It was a huge mess, but it's a way you can collect them. So I thought, oh great, Criterion's gonna make this all a lot easier for new people who don't own these films on physical media. It'd be great to have a Heisei booklet, just like the Showa era, but maybe it'll be smaller, more condensed because there's less films, and it'll go perfectly great, and then it's only digital. But, that's not the worst thing. Like, they could have, so like, you buy the films, kind of like how Amazon works. If you just buy or rent them, you just pay a flat price. You have those, watch them whenever you want. Still not as good as a physical release, so like, they could take it down whenever they want to, but, it's better than nothing. If any gets worse, it's only on their streaming service, and it's only some of the films, so that's neat, I guess. I mean, are these some of my more preferred Heisei films? Yeah. Like, it's the only one that, like, people really care about that's missing is, like, Versus Destroya. Probably. It's like, you should really have all of them. I know, like, Pluto has a fair amount of them too, but, like, why do we only have some of the Heisei films? I mean, to be fair, the ones I really wanted to have access to were Versus Biollante and Godzilla 84. So those have been awful with physical releases, and have been very inconvenient to get, or very overpriced, low print. It's been a huge pain. Actually, how much is like Versus Biollante go on Blu-ray? So it's not good. 225, 139, 19. Okay. Cool. But hey, the DVD's cheap, so that's something. But yeah, Heisei could have been done a little bit better. But at least these are probably higher quality than the DVD, I hope. I mean, I did pop over to their sign up page so I can see, like, okay, how much would this cost to actually get this service? $11 a month is kind of steep for, well, like, how many Heisei films did they have? It wasn't a lot, so it's a bit. Obviously, 100 a year is not worth it, but, it has 7-day free trial, so, get your 7-day free trial, record all the films. I'm not promoting piracy, but, like, there's not much stopping you from doing a 7-day trial, and, just doing a high quality recording of those films, and then, you cancel your subscription. There's nothing stopping you. I don't condone that for legal reasons, but there's nothing stopping you from actually doing that. Oh, what does this do? Probably should have checked that. Oh, is it just like a trailer? Okay, I don't care. So yeah, a bit underwhelming that we didn't get our whole little, bonus pack and everything with like the cool booklet and all the films on physical, but at least there's kind of a way to see these on streaming. But now, this thing... Oh no, we're gonna get into this thing. Here we go. So, the immediate thing is gonna jump out to you. Yeah. So, this is the 4K collection pack for the 5 films of the Monsterverse, the first 10 years. It's like, okay, it's kind of neat. I already own all these films on physical, so this isn't a big thing for me. I don't need this. Like, if you're a newer fan who didn't collect V's on physical yet, maybe this is an option for you, but it has some issues, but we'll get into those in a second. So, it may seem like, very enticing to start, like, okay, all of them are in 4K, you get them all in one pack, you have a bunch of extra, like, bonus scenes, like, 2014 has, like, its deleted scenes. This is great, Tagarada scene is finally available. A lot of really cool stuff that's, very enticing for sure. If you already own these films, maybe not quite worth almost 100 for them. But, you could probably just, like, search up delayed scenes on YouTube. But if you don't have these on physical and you want them, this isn't a bad option from that perspective. Like, doing the math of the price, that's like $20 for each film, which is fairly normal for, like, a 4K Blu-ray. It's nothing too crazy. Would have been nice if you could save a bit more on it, but, like, that's not absurdly unreasonable or anything. But if you're looking at this art for a bit, you might have realized it looks a little funky. And if you've been aware of the drama with this, you know that this is all, like, AI artwork, or it's just ripped from the films. It's like, it's especially bad with the banner. I believe I had it in this tab here. Yep, so the banner, it's pretty rough. So this isn't the highest res banner here, but if you've seen the films, you can kind of recognize some of these ever come from the films or promotional artwork for the films. Like this Muto is just straight up from a frame of 2014. I'm pretty sure I know what scene specifically this is. I think it's like she's kind of like leaning over, checking on the nest. This might be, I think, maybe right after the explosion, maybe, but either that or it's like just her kind of checking on the nest before that part. But it's still like it's somewhere in there for sure. I'm pretty sure this is the same Blu-ray they used for Con Squadrons. I'm pretty sure I remember it having the handprint, and I can see that. I can see something there. So they might have just straight up reused the same Blu-rays and the same discs and everything from those films. And then we get to, well, let's talk about what's hold up on the AI part. We can still see there's still like some marketing stuff's reused. Like this Ghidorah render here is very clearly like from renders of King of the Monsters rolled in the background, just blatantly from one of the posters. It's like it's just so blatantly just ripped from older materials, just put in there. And when we get to the AI parts, for some of these characters who don't have renders they could just rip, like Mechagodzilla, if this is a bit higher res, you could tell looks absolutely weird, just super jank and wonky. Even with this, you can still kind of vaguely tell it doesn't really look like Monsters Mechagodzilla in terms of the face structure. It's vaguely there, but like there's still just some oddness. Like, maybe it's just like, if it was done by artists, maybe it's just some, creative liberties or their art style and such. But Scarlet King's where it's really bad. Like, the eyes aren't lined up where you expect them to be, they're shifted weird. And if I zoom in here, I know this is unfortunately lower res, I tried to find a higher res one, but Bro has like one nostril. It's just one. It looks so bad. Okay, now that I've zoomed in, you can kind of tell like the spine looks super weird. Like all of these individual pieces of the spine, especially right here, don't line up very well and look super jank. We could look at like these here, they all look different sizes and everything, so AI wouldn't be able to get those very consistently. Like if we just use the model from the film and just pose it differently, it'd be pretty consistent, like same shape, same size. But we have AI, so it kind of gets like blurred up and pulled together and messed up and everything. And it just looks pretty ugly. It's also like, it's so lazy, it doesn't look good. But, hand over the money, hand over your $100 for old renders and AI art. Like either old renders, stuff from the films, or just AI. It's kind of disgusting. It's bad. Mothra and Suko are just there for some reason too. I don't know why Mothra's not in the King of the Monsters section. But I also wanted to read some reviews just kind of show that it's not only me who's noticed VI art. Well, first off, there's this one person that just said, product came damaged, so, rest in peace, you poor soul. I mean, it's gonna happen sometimes, that's unfortunate, but, we'll let it slide, it's just one person, sometimes shipping is cringe and that happens. But, yeah, it's like $100 for AI art cover, art in quotes, from this review here, Spawn. $100, like, can have a higher quality cover commission, shame on whoever made this cheap thing. Like, yeah, you could easily just spend $100 and just commission someone to make a nice banner. Like, it's very doable. hire real artists, or at least make the art look passable. Exactly. Or just use renders and like screenshots from the films. Are gonna be that lazy. If you don't want to hire someone, just use official art that you've already made. Don't like use AIs just to make it look really weird. And straight to the point. I respect it. There you go. But yeah, it's not just me. Like those reviews also kind of point out like, yeah, this looks kind of cringe. But if you're willing to let that slide, it's probably a fine collection. You have all the films, hopefully the same quality as before. I hope it's the 4K release of 2014 and not the original home release. Please let it be the 4K release. It's like, we'd never need to let that original home release ever see the light of day ever again. It was so bad. I don't know why 2014 had that issue, but the 4K release is a lot better. Even, I feel like the 4K release is still a little bit darkened compared to the theatrical, but it's better. So hopefully it's a better version of the film. And there's a lot of good features, but if you don't want to spend money towards AI banner, there's always YouTube, because I'm pretty sure all the extra scenes are going to be uploaded there. But yeah, one final point that I forgot to mention, but I want to bring it up, is that this collection will be pretty outdated by the time the next film comes out, which could be, I think, sometime in March of 2027, which could be shifted around, but it could be sometime in 2027, I would expect. Like, maybe it'd be shifted a couple months or so, but that's only natural. But this will be outdated pretty soon. So of course, after I record all of that, they decide to release/announce the Godzilla -1 Blu-ray for the West, so that's great. You know, that's how it goes though, so this video's gonna be pushed back a bit, because, you know, procrastination in this. So anyways, otherwise it seems like a pretty good release. It's fairly affordable at $65 for 4 Blu-rays. That's pretty decent. Bunch of extra bonus features, but I did see one issue that I think was pointed out to me here. We don't need a little pop-up, but apparently there's no English subtitles for the bonus features. So that's cool, I guess. Have fun just watching those and assuming what they're saying, but it is region free, so that's pretty cool. So otherwise, great time like porting this over to the West here. Or like it's only on the Godzilla store, so shipping is kind of iffy. Like if the Godzilla store isn't shipped to where you are, you can't get this unless you have like a third party to ship it. But also, you're already paying a bit here, and I don't know how third parties are with adding an extra prices or everything. There was like a Body type thing. Body's pretty chill, but I don't know if Body will take stuff from NA and ship it to where you are. But you have to look into that. But other than the subtitles thing and limited release on the Godzilla store, it should be fine. Pre-orders are still open as we're recording. I imagine they'll still be open for a while, and if I actually stop procrastinating, this will get out in time. So, yeah. Go get it. Alright, that's about it. Stay fresh. Meow.